You've got to have fun in life. Otherwise, wow, imagine life without fun. I know I've got a lot of my mother in me. People don't realize how amazing elephants are. You've got to give something back. You can't just sit there. Part of my role and part of my job is to shine a spotlight on issues that need the spotlight. Whether it's people, whether it's causes, issues, whatever it is. My brother and I were brought up outdoors. We appreciate the countryside, we appreciate nature and everything about it. Everyone has a different opinion, every country has a different way of doing things. But I do believe that we need a regulatory body, so that everyone who owns or manages wildlife is subject to inspection and rated on how well they look after the animals, and how the communities benefit. I had never heard of Megan before. I was beautifully surprised when I walked into that room and saw her, and there she was, sitting there. I thought, I am really going to have to up my game here. Sit down, and make sure I've got a good chat. I had never even heard about her until this friend said, Meghan Markle. I was like, right, give me a bit of background. What's going on here? So I had never watched Suits. I was the typical 20, 25, 28-year-old going around, going, life is great. Life is fine. I've longed for kids since I was very, very young. My mother died when I was very young. I didn't want to be in the position I was in, but I eventually pulled my head out of the sand, started listening to people, and decided to use my role for good. I am now fired up and energized and love charity stuff, meeting people, and making them laugh. I think losing your mother at such a young age does end up shaping your life massively. Of course it does, and now I find myself trying to be there and give advice to other people who are in similar positions. I've longed for kids since I was very, very young. And so, I'm waiting to find the right person, someone who's willing to take on the job. There's not a day that William and I don't wish that she was. We don't wish that she was still around, and we wonder what kind of a mother she would be now, and what kind of a public role she would have, and what a difference she would be making. The fact that I fell in love with Meghan so incredibly quickly was sort of confirmation to me that all the stars were aligned. Everything was just perfect. It was this beautiful woman just sort of literally tripped and fell into my life. I fell into her life. All I want to do is make my mother incredibly proud. That's all I've ever wanted to do. To be honest, dinner conversations was the worst bit about being a child and listening to the boring people around me. There's a lot of times that both myself and my brother wish, obviously, that we were just completely normal. It's something my mother believed in. If you are in a position of privilege, if you can put your name to something that you genuinely believe in, you can smash any stigma you want, and you can encourage anybody to do anything. I sometimes still feel I am living in a goldfish bowl, but I now manage it better. I still have a naughty streak, too, which I enjoy and is how I relate to those individuals who have got themselves into trouble. I have probably been very close to a complete breakdown on numerous occasions. You can imagine the kind of dinner parties I had to go to at a young age. Pretty dull. I hope that a lot of my mother's talents are shown in a lot of the work that I do. I adore kids. I enjoy everything that they bring to the party. They just say what they think. Conversations with my mother, father, my grandparents, as I've grown up have obviously driven me towards wanting to try and make a difference as much as possible. My mother had just died, and I had to walk a long way behind her coffin, surrounded by thousands of people watching me while millions more did on television. I don't think any child should be asked to do that under any circumstances. I've served my country. I get a huge buzz from spending time with kids. I'm still very much a kid inside myself. Once you're in the military, she means a lot more to you than just a grandmother. She is the queen. And then you suddenly, it's like start realizing, you know, wow, this is quite a big deal. And then you get goosebumps and then the rest of it. For me personally, as I said, I want to serve my country. I've done it once, and I'm still in the Army. I feel as though I should get the opportunity to do it again. Anyone who says they don't enjoy the Army is mad. You can spend a week hating it, and the next week it could be the best thing in the world and the best job you could ever wish for. It has got so much to offer.